Hello, Dread Mechanic back here once again for part 3 of my EW-205 multi-pad tank build stream. I've not really done any work on this one for quite a few months. I've been distracted by a lot of other things. But I thought I'd do a bit of work on this one today as a bit of a change of pace from the ultra complicated armoured core designs. This one's a little bit more straightforward. I mean, it looks a bit more complicated because it's got more legs and stuff, but it's actually a lot easier to build multi-pads than it is to build bipads. This one's obviously based on the gun tank from Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. He's got a cannon, he's got the lovely tank track mod to give him some tank tracks that are a bit wiggly. I forgot what the wiggle's about, probably the rotors. Do stop it. And then we've got the interior. And there's quite a few mods in this one, with all the miniaturized rotors and pistons and things. That's why I'm able to squeeze that little control seat into there. But today, one of the things I want to do is I want to remove the wheel control script. And I want to replace it with my vanilla system. Means I need to cut a few things out. I need to change a few blocks. So there's a wheel control block in here. That is going to need to get it's pretty buried. What is that? 0. It's like a default script. Is there a reasonable way to just blank out a programmable block to start it again from scratch? Now drive mode is activated. Yeah, that's not doing anything anymore. Or is it turned off? Yeah, right. That script is no longer doing anything. Cool. So that gets to be spare programmable block. That can be a spare timer now. What I want to do is, if I'm going to vanillify the subgrid wheel control, I need a couple of event controllers, and I need a few timers as well. Yeah, they're about to working. Fantastic. Right, so my internet's being a bitch as always. Apparently. Alright, so if I put one of them either side. And then have a timer either side. That's going to be controller drive forward. That can just be drive forward. The same over here, but for the reverse controllers. So controller, drive, reverse. And that can be drive, reverse. And then we will need a drive stop timer. Yeah, pressing the wrong buttons. Timers. I've got spare one there. Spare one there. Oh, that's precise timers. Ah, that needs to change as well, because I need to swap that to my new vanilla walk cycle system. We'll just use that. Drive, stop. Right. So, we've got some drive controls now. Make these do the things we want. Have that set to thrust greater than 50%. That's helpful. Walk thruster forward. There you go. That's the one I wanted. So when that thruster is triggered, we want that to turn off. That to turn off. Turn on. That can turn on. That can trigger. And that can trigger. You will do the same for the reverse thruster. Reverse driving. Even though it's going to be sort of powered by a thruster. Names. What's that one? Manual walk thruster, reverse. Cool, that's the right one then. So then we want to select drive, stop, off, reverse, off. Reverse on, stop on, trigger, trigger. This is the slightly complicated bit because suspensions, when they are attached to the main grid or whatever grid your controller is on, will automatically do what they need to do to make all the wheels drive in the right direction. But when not attached to a grid with a control seat, suspensions, as far as I'm aware, all spin clockwise when you increase the RPM. So if you want to set up manual drive systems, you either have to account for that and remember that everything on the right hand side needs to be the opposite way round, or you can take all of your right hand wheels and invert the propulsion. That way, in theory, all the wheels should turn in the same direction. We all know what space engineers is like. We're doing silly things sometimes, so we'll give this a try. So we need to increase the propulsion on all of these. It's that suspension reset. Need to see what that's about later. So increase. There's 3 on each, even though there's only 4 contacting the floor. We'll do an where is it? Increase, and increase. And we'll do the others over here. Increase proportion, and increase proportion. Then that drive forward timer can trigger itself. In fact, actually, we'll test this first to make sure it works. So that's on. Trigger that now. And everything has increased by 10%, and we are driving backwards. Okay. So, I was wrong. Negative RPM drives you forward. Or, we could take all of our suspensions. Swapping the other way around. So that is now inverted. And then we take all the right hand ones, take that off. Drive forward, trigger. There you go. That is now pushing us forward. Sound. Trigger again, trigger it. Load of times. And it can go all the way up to 100. Cool. And then we can just click that to reset propulsion overrides. And it will eventually come to a stop. Need to set up a handbrake control properly first. But, there you go. That's forward. We do the same for reverse controls. Take all those suspensions. Decrease, decrease, decrease. And decrease those 3. Decrease, decrease. Decrease propulsion, and then the last few. Oh, not steering override, did he? I'll do the wrong thing. Propulsion and propulsion. Hey, Prestige Reaper, how you doing, man? I'm all good. I'm just playing with another one of my think tanks. So then that's going to be drive reverse. That can trigger itself. Oh yes, this absolutely does have a name. This is based on the EW-205 from Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. It very, very, very briefly appears in a couple of episodes, mostly as a background kind of character, or background set piece. So it's taken me a lot of screwing around to try and find decent reference images of it. Ah, you're enjoying your weekend? Cool, man. So am I. No. That was drive reverse. Let's trigger that. Cool, we are driving in reverse. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. And drive, reverse, turn it off. There we go. Now let's just... There you go. Now we've stopped. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, it took an awful lot of screwing around to get the shape right. Mostly because I couldn't find decent reference images of it. My old one looked like that. Because that's about as good as I could find pictures for at the time. And then almost immediately after publishing it, I found the pictures that you can see on the right now, and they are much more detailed and gave me a lot better of an idea of what it looks like than the horrific and grainy screenshots I took off my my DVD copy of Ghost in the Shell. But yeah, cheers, man. Like a lot of screwing around to get all the eyes to actually work. I had to get some hinge and rotor mods to make it work properly without clanging. But now it's got all of the appropriate eyes in the appropriate places, and they all actually work, and they all look around at things. And I'm thinking of setting some of them up to look at different things, like some can look at enemies, some can look at friends, some can look at this thing, that thing. But so at the moment I've just got them set to default so they all look at everything. Right, so... there's a few screens and bits that need updating. So, right, those two drive controls work. So we can now set up drive stop and make sure that works. So suspensions can all reset their propulsion. And that way the wheels will stop spinning when we want them to. This one on and off for, I don't know, couple of weeks, couple of months. I haven't touched it in like about 6 months, or something. It's been a while anyway. But I don't know. It's probably taken me a couple of weeks, maybe overall, working on it bit by bit. The trickiest part these days I find with building mechs is just getting the shape right. I've figured out a lot of the stuff that I want to do with like how to make things move and how to make them work. The biggest problem I have now is getting things to look the way I want them to, because obviously Space Engineers has limitations. Why have I turned them off? That's the wrong thing. It's reset propulsion that they want. Oh, I've done the same set. That's why. Oh, that's why, because this was a different thing a while back. Yeah. That's why. Front left, front right, rear left. Reset. Reset, reset, reset propulsion, reset propulsion, and reset propulsion. Right, so that works. Cool, so forward control, let's stick the repeat control in there. So that can do that, that does that, that does that. So, in theory, if I turn on the walk thrusters, or thrusters. If I turn on them, there you go. So that's forward. Oh, that's just the mods padding out and being a bit weird. And then that's reverse. Cool, so that's the basic subgrid wheel control setup. I can drive forwards, I can drive backwards. That jiggling, yeah, it's just the modded tank tracks wiggling about. Cool, right, so that is forwards and backwards driving. Handbrake. I need to make a vanilla handbrake. Now, that might be a bit of a problem. Designed these wheels. Because parking brake on off. That's just that light. Time. Right. Let's build some more time blocks. Where are we? We were tucking them into the side of here. So I'll pop one of them there for now. All that parking brake with capital letters, so it's really obvious to spot. Parking brake, there it is. Because I'm pretty sure yeah, I'm pretty sure you can you can only turn the ability to use parking brake on and off from here. You can't actually activate the parking brake from this block. Handbrake, allow brake, there isn't actually a brake on and off button. Yeah. That was where the issues came in. This is the way I have designed it. I designed it, created a serious problem for myself. Actually, that could work potentially, because to use handbrakes on subgrids with wheels, you need to have, from all the testing I've done, you need to have a remote control block on the same grid as the wheel that you want to control. All that parking control belt 01, because the wheels themselves, suspensions, don't have an action to turn the brakes on and off. But the remote control blocks do. You can turn that on, and you can see there I'm turning in a circle now because my front wheel brake is actually on and it is making me drag in a circle. And if I turn that off again, and if I turn it off again, it's still doing weird stuff. Interesting. There you go. Yeah. So if you have park set on your remote control blocks and use the handbrake toggle, you can create yourself a handbrake. Have I got any spare event controllers? There we go. That can be... That's going to be thrust controlled, greater than 50, and we don't have a thruster, do we? No, I would need to build one. So if you want to get something like that... oh, sorry man, I didn't see messages there. Is it hard to make it complex? It is bored. It just seems like a lot. If you break it down into like little bits, it becomes much easier to figure out. There's lots and lots of stuff going on in these mechs that does look all quite complicated if you look at it as like one giant list of stuff. It seems overwhelming. But this is the reason I like tag everything in little groups with like names like walk or turn or tilt or drive, because then you can break it all down into much more simple controls. Like if I type in walk forward, then it just brings up all of my walk forward bits and pieces. And then it makes it a lot easier to figure out what's going on there. But to make things move, really a lot easier than you'd think. Like the legs are all controlled by a combination of hinges, obviously, rotors and lights and controllers. Yeah, organisation, naming things as you go really helps. If you just start like slapping blocks together and then slapping hinges and rotors together to make arms and legs, you can make it all look cool. But if you don't name things as you go, when it comes to programming it all, you'll have to spend like 20 minutes, half an hour, however long, naming each and every piece so you know what you're looking for. Yeah, organising stuff makes it so much easier. have I done these leg controls? Walk forward. Ah, I've done this slightly differently. This is an older setup, boy, I've done this one. But yeah, walk switched on and off, walk light, oh yeah. Yeah, so I've this one's a bit of an older system, but each of the legs is controlled by a light and an event controller. So, for instance, what's that one? Well, FL2. I think I've named some stuff wrong in here as well. I might need to figure out. Reverse. Clock switched on and off. So that does that. FL. Oh, right. Yes, I know why. Yeah. So that, when that leg gets to that position, drops that hinge. Yeah, so I've done this one slightly differently to the way I'm doing stuff now, because this is a slightly older setup. But yeah, basically there's a light on the tip of each leg. And turning those lights on and off controls the walk cycle. Controls the legs moving. And I'll need to turn off these drive controls now, because I have more or less figured them out. Actually, no. We'll finish doing this handbrake first, and then the drive system will be finished. So let's finish off this handbrake system before I start pissing about with legs. What's in the back of here? Oh, that's all the ammo stuff that I want it to be. Here somewhere, I think. Oh yeah, it's a thruster I need to build. Now, where could I squeeze a down thruster in here? Possibly there. Yeah. Might need to do that. Also, might need to move that. Again, how far is that? Oh yeah, I forgot the thrust output on these is really short, so that should be alright. So we'll call that and brake thruster control for that one, and brake thruster override. That one gets to have a tiny bit of thrust override, which will make it stop fighting with gravity and inertial dampening. And then we can use that to make our handbrake controls. We got a parking brake on and off, which does that. Oh, yes. Yeah. That parking brake light, that was doing those things. That'll need to come out. So now we'll have that, and for that to work, we'll need to have a remote control block on the same grid as each group of wheels. Find a sneakier way to cover it up in a minute. Got an idea. Oh, damn, I put that one in the wrong place. Be a lot higher. Yeah, right. That'll do for now. So we can call speed limit. No, set the speed limit on that to 0 because it doesn't actually need to have anything on there like that. Dampeners off. All that's off. Right. Copy all. And that would be rear left control. That can be rear right. And that can be front right. Handbrake, that's what that's going to be. Draw this to handbrake control. I'm going to make those lights red instead. Red is more of a handbrake colour than green. I don't know why I chose green. Right, that is actually going to be a parking brake control, so that can stay with that now. That can still be red though. And that can be handbrake. Right, so this controller now all those controllers. Again, why did I name it that? Call it brake control. This is what I mean about naming things and keeping it in a sort of some sort of sensible and organised way that works for you. It makes it way easier in the long run. So that can be on/off. So what we're going to end up doing is turning the, where is it, handbrake on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Yeah, because we've only got an on-off switch, haven't we? We don't have separate on and off controls. No. Right, so that will just be that. And then our handbrake control on and off. Those are the brake lights. And that becomes a case of just triggering that. Triggering that like so. That is switched on. And that is that. That turns that on and off. That's that. Oh, yeah, to simplify this actually. Hang on. Didn't I make... Did I not make a controller for that? Where are we? We are there. That's where we are. Oh yeah, now just make the timer. So, to simplify the handbrake controls. Yeah, right. So to simplify the handbrake controls, we could change that from being that to that. And then set that. Yeah, and then set that as the brake control thruster. So now, when we trigger that, put this back on, that can turn off there, that can turn on there. So now, you can see those lights coming on. I'm pushing forward with the thruster and the wheel control, and it's going nowhere. As soon as I let go of the spacebar, we are driving. I hit the spacebar again, we stop, and it doesn't matter whether I try and drive forward or backward, that handbrake is now on. And that is a vanilla handbrake system. We've even got an indicator light for it in here, which I'm going to take off. I'm going to remove the interval on it. So there you go. Every time I press spacebar, we've got a brake light inside the cockpit as well. There you go. Right, so let's have a look at these suspensions. Is there any I can tweak here? We don't need steering control on any of them. Because the way they're mounted, a steering control would just create issues. Everything else looks fine. Right. Yeah, that tank track mod likes to freak out a bit at high speed, but there you go. Slap that handbrake on, and we come to a nice stop. A little bit drifty, but yeah. All the wheels are turning in the correct directions. Yeah, cool. Right, so that is the drive controls basically sorted. I just need to adjust the drive mode on and off settings, because that is no longer going to be triggering that. Drive mode. That is no longer control, so that, oh crap. That's an issue. Yeah, that's an issue. I need to redo that. That does actually need to be off. Because there was a reason. Make all this visible again so it's easier to see. Yeah, because that was relying on that turning on and off. Yes, so there was actually a reason for that being block on off. Light and brake on and off. Yeah, because I wanted that to be a switch control instead. When it turns on and off, it applies the brakes. So I actually need another another event controller. Otherwise, I have to reprogram a bunch of other parking controls. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll just add more event blocks. That's handbrake on. That's what I'm doing. Build that in there. That can be roller. Brake on, off for now. Oh, brake. We'll just call that brake on, off. What it's actually doing. That is the walk brake to make it stop drifting when it stops walking. And this can be our handbrake for drive mode, so it's got separate brake controls for its different movement modes. That makes a bit more sense to do it that way around. Thrust greater than 50. There we go. That's the right button. Bum 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 bum. Brake thrust control. So when that does that, we just want it to turn on and off that light. Makes it much simpler in theory. Brake control on, off, handbrake thrust. Oh! Oh no, I picked the right one. Got the control. Select actions, turn that light on and off. Alright, that needs to be on. Yep, so. There we go, that's the one. Same function, just an extra step in between so that we have a little bit more precise control. Cool. Right, okay. So, that then means drive mode on and off. Let's make all this visible again. Drive mode on. When that turns on, we'll turn control to turn on, suspension to turn on. Why have we got the suspension turning on in the first place? I'm going to take that out because I don't want those wheels turning on and off anymore. It seems stupid. We want to. What brake controls do we want? We want that to turn on. We want that and that to turn on. That should be it for the brake controls, I think. Shouldn't need anything else as far as I can tell, so that should be alright. Oh yeah, and we need parking brake on off. Turn on. We cycled that as well, didn't we? Just to make sure it turns off. Okay. Drive. Mode light. Stick you there for now. So, then we need to set up our drive forward stuff so that can turn on. That wouldn't need to turn on because the controller's doing that. Drive reverse, that can turn on. And then we would need our walk thrusters to turn on forward. Yeah. That, and that. Forward, reverse, thrusters. Those controllers deal with the drive timers. That's the left and right stuff. That's the handbrake stuff. That's the fail-safes for the other modes. And that should hopefully work. So that definitely doesn't need to be there anymore. Turns off all that. That can absolutely go, because I don't know why I was turning the wheels on and off. So that's parking brake light. That for a start. Let's go there. Let's turn, and then we'll have the parking stuff, or the brake stuff rather. Turn that off. That can stay on. Turn off. That can turn off. That can turn off, and that can turn off, I think. Yeah. And then we'll have the drive forward controls turn off. Drive reverse control turn off. Drive stop and turn on and trigger just in case. And the walk thrusters can turn off. And I think that's everything I need. So drive mode is currently on. Flick that off. Can't turn. We can't drive. No handbrake control. Everything is off and deactivated. Back on. Blocks to replace there. And forward works. Handbrake works. Reverse works. Handbrake works. Turn controls work. Cool. Cool, that's our handbrake. Sound. So, that would appear to be the drive controls rebuilt. Fantastic. Start forward walk light, reverse walk light. Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's something I want. Something else I want to tie into it, because it's got. No, I can't activate that while that's active. Activate walk mode. It's got lights on it that indicate forward mode and lights that indicate reverse mode. Not in walk mode. Might activate the handbrake as well. I don't know, it's supposed to do that anyway. It's still rolling. Why is that? Walk brake. Here it is. Grid speed. Does that. Something. No, that's still on. Lock switched on and off. Pilot seat lights. Brake on off. Doesn't seem to be working, technically. But rolling. Hang on. If I flick that again. That's what it was. I think the brakes got confused. Walk forward and then stop. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's supposed to be. That brake control has gotten confused somewhere. That's the one. Right, that's why. Deactivate that. Activate drive mode again. Something is going screwy with that parking brake, isn't it? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's the other one. Yeah, something is going screwy with you. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that that's doing it. Take that out. See what happens. So, driving is fine. Handbrake is fine. Switch drive mode off. Switch walk mode on. There we go. Seems to be working right. Build a bit of speed. Let go. And the brakes kicked in. Switch walk mode off. Switch drive mode back on. Yeah, I think it was me trying to do that fail-safe that was causing the issues. Yeah, sweet. Oh, no worries, Prestige Reaper. Cheers, man. Cheers for dropping by. Well, I've only been on for an hour. I'll probably do another 2. I usually do 3-hour-ish sort of streams, so I might still be here when you come back. But yeah, cheers for dropping by, man. Always a pleasure to have people drop in and say hello. Right, so those controls work as far as I care right now. So how could I hide that a wee bit more? We could just kind of copy the thing that we've done on the other side. Do something like that. It's not so obvious. Then we could pop armor plate on there. And there you go, it's not so blindingly obvious that there's a remote control block there. Good as it's going to get. I'm happy with that. That'll do me. Right, so let's plop a bunch of these on the side of here first. That'll do there. That'll do there. Right, so... Oh, you bastard. Right. Can't be arsed. I will just reload that. That's one of the problems of doing everything with creative tools. You get complacent and then occasionally you delete things by mistake. Yeah, man. Well, I dropped my graphic settings all the way down so you have an easier time loading. You can at least load a little bit quicker. I should double check that I've not affected that up. Yeah, right, that's all good. Right, cool. So, what are we doing? Oh yeah, hiding these. Being more careful about removing the armor plates around them. Or the armor blocks, rather. 1, 2, 4. Right, let's be more sensible. Let's grind these out. There we go. Just be super careful. I'll also save. I've also been thinking about slightly changing the walk cycle controls so they are more in line with what I'm doing now with most of my mech designs. That is, I need to find somewhere else to add more bloody lights. Not changing them. That one would be fine there. Oh, you know, I might just add another one to the bottom. I can just have that there and that there. Yeah, I can do that. Maybe. We got here. Drive controls, walk reverse, walk reverse. all down there. The mod has gone a bit screwy on that wheel apparently. Okay. Whatever, that's not massively important right now. Right, so if I wanted to copy and paste that without game crashing. There you go, I might just do that with you. And that should reset your tyre track back to where it's supposed to be. Thank you. There we go. Well, again, it does work pretty well like this at the moment. Right, okay. Right, let's move walk controllers. Reverse, forward. Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen, I've done that. Hmm. Maybe we could potentially revamp this entire walk control system. Because I'd need one, two. In fact, how did I do it in the HAW? There you are. Or did I even do it like that? Has this still got the old walk control system? Oh no, this is using the old system as well. You know, I might just leave it then. works, so I'll leave it. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, you know what, actually, I will just leave it the way it was. So that's just gonna create unnecessary complications, I think. That'll be fine as is. So, did I get round to doing any... Oh yeah, I did. Manual thrusters. AI thrusters. Oh, right, yeah, that's making sure they turn off. Right. Oh, right, so I think I did set up the AI controls last time. I can make buttons for it. Yeah, I did make buttons for it. Oh, I did a lot more work on this than I thought I did. If I turn Hawk mode off, yeah, okay, so I already set up the AI controls. Fantastic. Thought I'd done that. Get right underneath him, he stops. I can turn guard mode off. Control mode. I set that up apparently, did I? Apparently I did as well. Cool. And that deactivates. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there was sound blocks, wasn't there? What was that one? What's that one? That not. Is that sound broken or something? Is it just not play very far? Ah, there we go. You know what, I'm going to make them a little bit further. More 50 meters. Yeah, because I did. also got that's the AI controls, and then that's all the buttons for the millions of cameras. And that activates the arms. That deactivates the arms. That activates the cannon. That deactivates the cannon. And then we've also got countermeasures as well. Right, so there were some sound blocks I wanted to add into that then. Arms on off. That is that light. Arms on. All that. All that. Sound L01. Play. Get that one to play. So now we turn the arms on and off. Get a little noise. Cool. Right, that's that one. Cannon on off. And C01, that's the one in the middle. Get you to play that one. And get you to play that one. Now, when we activate the cannon, plays that noise when it deactivates and activates. What was that? What was that about then? What was that delay? Oh, something else doing that. Cannon sign active. Reset. That's that block switched on and off. Oh, right, I see. Yeah, when those pistons extend, that's when it triggers that block. So I actually need that to play there instead. And remove that from there. That way it plays when that turns off. It plays when it turns on like that instead. Cool. So countermeasures on. Block R01, you're gonna play. And you're gonna play. Now when we hit that button, countermeasures. Countermeasures. There we go. do the same with guard mode. And control mode. So guard mode. We've got all these things going on. I'm not going to fiddle with any of that. Back and play. And that can play. And then when we do roll mode, it is. Stick that at the end there. Play that. And play that. Oh. There you go. That makes a little robot noise when you activate those controls. So that'll make a whole bunch of noises because it's deactivating all the weapons and they're all set up to make noises too. Ooh. Right, so clean up some of the stuff in here. Oh yeah, that's a point, they don't actually set up those turn lights. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I did. Cool. Brake thruster, brake thruster. Brake. A bit more sensible on off. Weapon control. Sure, there's probably a few things I've missed. So let's have a look at some of this stuff. Yeah, that can come out. Doesn't need to be there anymore. Those controls are no longer a thing. All of that should be fine. Anything here that's screwed up? That. What I need to see there. Precise timers. turning off those wheels? I don't get why I've been turning them off. That and that no longer need to be there. That. All get removed, because I'm pretty sure that's nonsense. What else is in here? That's fine, that's fine. That's all fine. Walk off. That should be fine. Walk mode, on and off. That doesn't need to be there. Walk off. That's all of that. That's all of that. Right, I think there's anything in these controls that I might have screwed up. That just does that, doesn't it? Not remember why, I'm sure I had a reason for it. Auto walk on off has no roles set up on it. What was that about then? Auto walk off. And, oh, auto walk. Oh, yeah, because I was going to try and make cruise control, wasn't I? Oh, yeah. That. Act properly now. Forward walk. Or by thrust. Oh, yeah. This is why we were going to do things different, wasn't it? And in that case, I could So if I wanted to make an auto walk, currently my options would be that I would need to increase the thrust output on the warp thruster to trigger it. Whereas, if I added another layer of event controllers. Out there. Would actually roller walk forward, capital letters, make it more obvious. Or reverse button. Right, so currently the walk forward setup is manual walk forward thruster. That thruster is them. But I'm instead going to set it up so that that light is the control for it. Quickly take that out. Where is it? Walk forward on. Oh, is that light tucked in there by any chance? Nope. Where have I put it then? Ah, there we go. Take that out of there. Take that out of there, that's the one. So then the manual, that can stay as thruster controlled. That can turn on and off. And then that controller can be block switched on and off. Pilot seat, walk light forward, that's the one. So when that turns off, we'll have not those ones. What mode on, what mode off? Well, that needs to change the walk stop for a start to make it a little bit more easy to figure out. So that will go off, that will go off, that will go on, that will go on, that will get triggered, and that will get triggered. Reverse mode still works the way it's supposed to. Walk forwards. Why is this doing anything? That's doing that. That's doing that. Well, let's see. Light. Walk forward. Manual control. Thrust. Manual thruster. Greater than 50%. Pilot seat light forward. Off. Oh, for God's sake, that's why, because I pressed the wrong buttons. Put everything in the wrong order. Off, on. Walk. Walk forward. On. On. Trigger. Trigger. There we go. That's the one. So that is now moving us forward the way I would like it to. That also now means that if I flick that on, it automatically engages the walk cycle. Flick it off, it stops. So now I can have an auto walk button. Fantastic. So let's quickly rename this. Be that walk off. You need to be walk stop, because that makes more sense. And then walk reverse needs to be the same thing basically, so that needs to be block on off. Well, let's see, light walk reverse, fantastic. Walk reverse, where are you? There you are. Walk stop, there you are. Off, off. On, trigger, trigger. That light, there it is. Flicking that on now makes the walk cycle engage automatically. Flicking it off does that. Cool. That needs to go off. That needs to get removed. Cool, right, so walk reverse. There's a few more controls we need to change here. Where was it? That one. That one can now crap. Walk like reverse. Hang on. That wouldn't be in there anyway. Reverse, walk forward, that one. Yeah, right. None of that should be in there anyway. Get rid of all that. That is supposed to just now be reverse lights on and off. Yeah, now those lights aren't coming on because they are not in the right place. Walk forward. Where have I put them in here? Walk light forwards, there you go. They're all turning on there instead. Walk light reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Right, there we go. That's better. So we've got forward control, we've got reverse control. The appropriate lights all turn on in the appropriate directions. Yep. Let's get rid of that so I don't have to see that on the hood. And that now means that, yeah, activating that can just be used as an auto control. So the auto walk button, I don't really need a reverse auto walk, but I do need a light. So when walk mode turns on and off, we also want that. That's to turn on when it turns off. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, so we would then want that to turn off and that one to turn on. That will conflict with the drive controls if we don't turn it off. So, that works. Forwards is working, that light is working, the auto brake is working, it turns off automatically, the reverse light is working, the reverse mode is working, the auto brake is engaging and disengaging correctly, sound, then we can disengage walk mode, which automatically turns on our handbrake. Turns off again. It gets to 0. So that has indeed turned off, and if I switch to drive mode, I need to put the wheel controls in there. The drive lights. Or the directional lights, rather. Yeah, cool. Okie doke. Right, so drive forward does that. Walk light forward, so we will turn on all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a failsafe, we'll turn off all the reverse lights. And then walk light reverse. Turn all of them on. And turn all the forward lights off, just in case. And then for drive stop, we will turn everything off. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, there we go. Now we drive forward, all the green lights light up. If we let go, they all turn off. If we hit reverse, all the orange lights kick it reverse mode. And we've got the red lights at the bottom for the handbrake. Does sort of work. It's not great at high speed, but it does kind of work. And we've got our turning lights. Did I put any exterior? I did build exterior turn lights as well. Turn the sun back on so we can see. There we go. Right, so let's... Ooh, so this is out of date. The Mark 5 now. Is there anything else that's out of date? Brake control. That needs. Hanging broadcast controller. You can stay like that because I haven't figured you out yet. Roller. Handbrake on off. Yeah, you're all good. You can get tagged appropriately. Controller walk reverse. There we go, and we've got a couple of spare event controllers knocking around in there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's got the out of date tag on it. Oh no, there's only those bits. Right, anything else? Or is everything else up to date now? Looks like all the names are up to date. The timer, broadcast controller, the spare event controllers. Stick a spare tag in there so they're easy to find. We need them. Right, so we've got a few leftover bits there, that's fine. Right, I am just going to have a quick little break, I need to nip the loo, but in the meantime, let's just turn off drive mode. And then we can engage control mode. And that was the wrong button. And then you can all watch him walk around for a minute while I just nip the loo. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Right, I am back. Right. Stop moving. Right, groovy. So, another thing that I wanted to replace in Vanilla 5 is the precise timers system. This also probably going to need to be a thing. What I do these days is I've got a new little system for doing vanilla timer control. Well, I took the dampers off so I stopped floating around. So what I need to do is I need to grab a rotor, small one, use a modded one. I use modded ones everywhere else. Might as well use a modded one here. Look at that there. Oh yeah, the modded ones extend really far. I don't need to go that far. There we go that far. That's all it needs to be for now. And then what I usually end up doing is sticking a light on the end of it. And these new little... there we go. Those lights work quite nicely for this purpose. And then we can call that walk cycle light. We can call that walk cycle rotor. Then we can jump in here and we can update this walk cycle. So that starts itself on that cycle. We don't need that anymore. That doesn't need to be tagged with that anymore. That can just be as close to 0 as we like. And then we will take one of our spare event controllers. Go with that one. We'll call it controller walk cycle. Set to yeah, whatever. Now that can be angle changed. We'll have it greater than 10 because less than 10 seems to have issues. And we will look at the walk cycle rotor. When that walk cycle rotor spins round all the way, it will trigger the walk cycle timer. Well, we need to make a few changes in here as well. turns all of them on. That no longer needs to be a thing. So we're going to have to do a lot of changing to that. We'll start that. Yeah, you see, I don't need that in my sort. Might do that, might not. And then we need the warp cycle light. Like that would be alright like that. So that's trigger walk start. Which is there. That does that. So we would in fact want the walk cycle light to just turn on there. Take that out of there. Instead. So this walk cycle controller, we're going to make it a little bit more than that. We are going to have it turn that block on. Stop. And trigger and off. That way, when we turn that light on and off, it will do all of those things. Oh no. Nope, don't do that. Oh, hang on, I need another event controller. That is looking at that rotor. As that rotor spins around, it does that. Yeah, so I don't want any of that in there. I do actually just want that to be trigger. What I need cycle control. Yeah, that should be walk cycle control. And then that would be that'll be block on off. light. So when that turns on and off, that turns on and off, it turns that on and off. And that on and off. And it turns that rotor on and off. Turn that off, the rotor's off, that's off, that's off. Turn it on, the rotor is on, that is on, that is on. Right, so then that rotor gets basic settings, and we'll stick it at 25 for now. Hang on. Walk reverse. There's some stuff in there I need to change. That can come out. Oh no, walk start still the same. Just using the same one. Walk start is one thing I need to change with you. You just turn that on. That's it. Stop. Mode off. Anything in there needs changing. Mode on. Anything in here? Don't think so. Right, so hopefully if I balls this up, I can engage walk mode. And we can walk forward. It all works, I just need to adjust the speed of that rotor. Let go. Back to normal. And that works. Cool, so I just need to do some things. Start. Let's change some of the settings on this light. That could be like that. And what we really need to do now is screwy jetpack. Change the speed on the walk cycle rotor. So if we make it 40, what's that like? Oh, it can go faster than 40. Cycle rotor, let's call it 50. And 50 is a reasonable speed, but we could probably get it a little bit quicker. What are you squeaking about, mate? Can't go much faster. Because 60 is the max RPM. There you go, that's a nice sort of steady speed. Mod's spazzing out on that wheel again. I don't know if I put a... Oh no, I never updated it on this one, did I? No, I just left the old system in. Oh well, this one's got the updated system now. I'll have to edit that one and republish it again. Every 5 minutes I have a new idea. What if we stick that rotor all the way up to... Why are you rolling? You should... Your brakes should have engaged. Oh, but they've gone screwy again. Brake control. What mode? Right, that's actually working. Cool. Is it? Seems to be working properly. Wouldn't be driving like that if it wasn't. Oh, that's the broadcast controller, isn't it? Because you still can't change the Beckett screen on them. That's something else I need to sort out. Oh, yeah, signal relays. Have I built any of them in here yet? Apparently not. Would be. Anything to what? Signal relays. Any features in there I could take advantage of? Not really, not that I can tell. Where could we put some signal relays? We could just stick them on the inside. What's under this dome? Ah, space in there, haven't we? Yeah, we could do something like that. Steal a shiny paint colour from there. Where's that dome? There it is. So we're in here. It's the middle, isn't it? Yeah. That's the wrong thing. So if I stick one there, one there and there. Actually, oop, I need to delete that. Just fill that gap back in quickly. Oh, there's all of that. Yeah, right, so we've got that there. More relay. More relay. There's a few more of them. Yeah, they're all set up, aren't they? Fine. So most of the screens are good, there's just a few bits that need editing there. Those drogues, I don't need to have every single one of them visible. Change that. None of them need that on, or that, or that. Literally just the wheels that they need. So that's cool. Let's turn drive mode off. Turn walk mode on. Yeah, that's not a bad speed actually. Yeah, cool. That starts. Paste you again. Is that going to reappear, or is something gone wrong with the mod there? Oh no, there you go. It's the track mod being weird. There you go, it's better. But in this world, I'll do that. Patrol mode. Delete all of them. Add them instead. Which order they are. Oh, very bouncy today. He's good. He's doing his thing. Die. Do. Jump into you. And engage your patrol mode. I can't while warp mode is active. Patrol mode, right. You can do that. Just turned off. Good. I can do that. Take everything from there and turn the HAW into a bad guy. Fortunately, the walk cycle timer does weird stuff. When I make stuff enemy target. Copy and paste it again. It's fine. There you go. Alright, eyes kicked in now. No, you're gonna have the same problem you usually have where you get locked into this sideways battle because we both kind of invade each other at the same angle. Yeah, you are. Whoa! What on earth just happened there? That was some crazy stuff. We're doing a backflip then. What was that about? You want to not do backflips, please? Offensive block. Oh yeah, retreat angle 90 degrees, that's why. It used to be walking about 20. Oh, can you target flares? Do flares count as rockets or something? That's interesting. Did you just shoot it at the exact same time? Nice. Yeah, so I guess flares count as rockets as far as the targeting AI is concerned. That's interesting. Didn't realise that. Not too bad. How much ammo did I put in those things? Instant stream of flares for about 10 minutes. 600 countermeasures. Did I really put that much in there? I did. Yeah, so I'm guessing flares count as rockets then, don't they? We call it that to shorten it, that's fine. To be honest, they wouldn't do much against meteors, would they? Yeah, I think I need to reduce the amount of countermeasure ammo I put in there. That's a little bit insane, I think. Has everybody run out of ammo now? Except for the countermeasures. Well, that tank track mod seems to be having issues. Maybe it's because I've set the graphics so low. Oh, no, I've still got a bit of life left in it. Yeah, that's basically run out of usable ammunition now, hasn't it? Tank track mod is looking buggy, that's a shame. Well, the AI in that seems to work pretty well. Then he will just then head back to his patrol route. So I get underneath him and stop him. Then he will reset. I wonder why that track mod keeps bugging out. Right, well, the AI works pretty well. The walk controls work pretty well, so if we engage walk mode, We can walk, and then we've got that auto walk function that we wanted to set up. So it would be pilot, forward, light, on, off. So while we've got this engaged, we could have the option to auto walk. Why not that? That's not engaged the parking brake. Is that brake? It's brake control still having issues. Need to figure out a way to make that work. There you go, because that's now engaged. And we stop, and the brake kicks in. Cool. So... oh, was that timer off? Nope, it is on, it is set up. That should be turning on and off. Interesting. Well, let's see what all that is doing is turning the brakes on. On. Okay, turn that on from there, it's fine. Off. It stops. So why does the auto walk button not enjoy doing the same thing? What is going on there? Turn that on. That engages. Pilot seat light, walk forward. Oh, hang on, I've got a couple of controls. Oh! That's why. You fucking idiot. You had two controls, one after the other, doing the same thing. So they're cancelling each other out. There we go, so that is auto walking. Press a button and it'll just do it itself. But I still have the ability to turn using the left and right keys. They're off like they should be. They're all on like they should be, and they're all on like they should be. Sound. And then we can stop auto walking. And we can go back to doing it ourselves. And trigger auto walk. Also have the option to take over, do it ourselves. Then we can just re-engage it. Rather than start walking forward like that. And back up. Does that. Right, so that's cool. That works quite nicely. Right, okay. Activate walk mode. Everything goes back to normal. Activate drive mode. And we can drive instead. We've got a handbrake to make us stop, although it's not super duper effective, but it does kind of work. Realistically, it could probably do with having more wheels contacting the floor for 160 tons, but the design won't allow for it. So it is what it is. Right, and accidentally pushing that. What does that do? I'll turn that on. Right, that needs a failsafe so that I can't turn it on in drive mode. So walk mode on. Auto walk. You can turn on there. You can turn off there. You can just be switched off in general when we're not in walk mode. That's cool, right? Handbrake's not too bad at slowing us down. Drive mode off, walk mode back on. Engage auto walk, so I don't have to keep pressing the button. Then if I want to take back over control, I can just press the forward key and I can release it, and cool. Yeah, we only really need cruise control in forward direction. Pointless having it in the reverse. Going up hills, we can use drive mode because trying to walk up hills with sweeping leg robots is notoriously difficult, because they rely on being able to slide a little bit to get their forward momentum, and on a hill, that just ain't gonna happen. That has generally always been the problem I've had with sweeping leg robots. Because if I increase that friction to 50%, the hinges can get a little bit moody. We'll give it a try. You also end up with the problem of the feet dragging back and forth, and it just causes problems. So that is why we have drive mode. And in drive mode, we can quite comfortably increase our friction a little bit. Again, one of the problems though of having a 160-ton mech with only 4 wheels connecting to the floor is it has a few issues building up speed. Yeah, because the suspension are set to max power. I think it's literally just a case of not enough wheels touching the floor. The amount of weight involved. If I made those wheels turn, they would start doing stuff. Drop that back down to 25. Not the handbrakes work. They help going downhill, definitely. And we just let go and freewheel down the hill. And slam that spacebar to engage the handbrake. We are indeed slowing down. Cool. Right. That's been pretty successful. The AI all works nicely. We have updated some of the control systems to be more vanilla. There are now no scripts controlling this thing at all. It is all vanilla. The only scripts are doing the display screens. Out. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there for now, I think, because that has been almost another 3 hours. Let's do one more you. Wants to spawn it, thank you. Drop another one of you. And if we... oh, walk mode is activated on all of them. Just like, jump in there. We can turn off walk mode. Turn on guard mode. You'll start following me. Do the same with this one. If I can get in the back in door. There we go. Turn off walk mode. Turn on guard mode. That one. And this is the one that I was going to control. Back away. I think I maybe need to adjust some of your... I don't know, the sensors are working. Backing away from each other. I can do that. Or I can engage auto walk. I can just get the mech to do that for me. And we can walk off over here. And those two will start following me. Cool. And those two will have a little argument over who gets to go first. And the walk control sensors should sort that out. And then yeah, we've got a little control route going on. And if he gets too close, he'll stop. Yeah. The walk control sensors are still working nicely. He gets too close, he'll stop. He gets too close, he'll stop. And if they get in each other's way, they'll stop. Yeah. Because if I try and set it up to have the mechs following the other mech, it severely drops the sim speed of the game. As the game calculates things differently for following the player as it does for following other grids. But yeah, I can be the little squad leader now, and these guys will all follow me. And if I stop walking, turn walk mode off, stick this one on patrol mode, those two will follow me. disengage that. I'm quite pleased about how well that slots in and how little clang it creates. Don't know how I managed to get away with that, but it works. Oh, someone's not detecting grids properly, are they? Oh, they are, they just didn't start doing it quick enough. Yeah, there they go. Why are you rolling forwards? You shouldn't be rolling forwards. And if I carry on walking, those two will carry on walking. Off we go on our little patrol route. Right, anyway, that works nicely. So I am going to leave that there for now, because that's been about another... oh yeah, it's been 3 hours, so... cool. Thank you for watching, thank you to Prestige Reaper for dropping in and saying hello and having a chat with us. And thank you to anyone else that watched. And I will be back in the near future with some more mech nonsense, so goodbye for now.